Hey, Hickok 45, is that a beauty or what? Model 13.2 Smith & Wesson, 13-2, of course, it's model 13, and it is a classic. This is a chapter 2. Funny, I was just thinking the other day, we need to get that model 13 out and shoot it again, and a couple of people have posted recently about it. I saw one on that video, I think, I don't know, yesterday or today. They were reading my mind, or I was reading theirs. There's nothing like a classic Smith & Wesson pin barrel, recessed cylinder, counterbore. Just the old Smith. That's what we old guys, and actually a lot of young guys and gals think of when they think of a really nice Smith & Wesson. There's just something about those that were made back in the way back, even, of course, early 1900s, right on up into, I don't know, up until around 1980, early 80s, when they started making a few changes that maybe make them a little less classic. Of course, they're not really changed very much, but it's just kind of cool. If you go back, if you see a pin barrel like that, and you see the cylinder counterboard like that, it just tells you it goes back at least into 1980 and before. Okay, 81, long in there. Okay. So, and of course a blued gun. That takes it back, doesn't it? I didn't paint it, it's blue. Let's put some ammo in it. Thankfully, you can find 357 Magnum. I probably shouldn't say that out loud, but this spring, 2013, you can actually find some 38s and 357s. And of course, I hand load some of that, and we have some ready to go. So my O'Rourke holster, I know you'll ask. All right. Let's take some shots and see if I remember where to hold this thing. We'll start up close. I'll cock it, and let's put one on the top of the tree. The top. Well, let's shoot the 2-liter first. Get him out of there. And I'll try the top tree limb. I'm gonna hold pretty much in the center. How good that does. I don't know where I hit. I'll knock it back around. Okay, I was holding in the center. That's nothing like, that's fun. You're hit, your group disappears on you. Oh well, I never did say I was that smart. Well, let's just try another 2-liter. Oh, that's what I was trying to do, wound him. If I could skim the top of him. Oh, not quite. Oh, we have one more round. Let's try that again. I can barely see him, and I don't know if I can get over that log. I did, all right. Yeah, he thought he was hiding, thought he was safe. Oh, well, he's never safe. So 6 shots, but that's okay. There's nothing like a good old 6-shot revolver. How's that for classic 6-gun? Where do you think the term 6-gun comes from? All right. Let's just take on across the hill there. Wake up Mr. Gong. A couple of rounds. I need to repaint that, or paint that front sight if I'm going to actually see it clearly. Yeah, thing feels good. Let's try the red plate. I think I have to hold underneath it at about 6 o'clock. Get that sight lined up there. Let's see. Yeah, it feels pretty good. Oh yeah, I love that trigger. I love it. Try him again. Where that one went. Okay. Love it. I have to shoot this thing more often. Definitely. We'll put some more. Now these are 165 grain lead bullets. Kind of an unusual bullet. I've explained that before. They're little 38 Super bullets that I had left over from some competition years. I got to put a note on that red plate because I know I can pop him if I can see the sights. There we go. We got him lined up. Told you I had a light trigger. Didn't mean to fire yet. There we go. I meant to fire that one. Let's pop that pig while we're over there. Wake him up. Boy, this thing just feels so good. Let's try a ram. Probably won't knock it over. Try the other one. It got his attention at least. Okay, pretty neat. Now again, the cool thing about a revolver is that you can shoot anything, and let's throw a couple 38 specials in, and they just recoil almost nothing. These are some RWS. Again, if you've seen the videos we've done on these, we've compared these rounds, and Magnum versus Special, I think, and all that. They're just a little bit shorter, and that's mainly so you can't put a 357 Magnum cartridge in a 38 Special. You can still load these up pretty hot, and you could even find some with a pretty hot load, a 38 Special, because it's fine if you put one of these in a 357, you know, that's more powerful. But you don't want to put a really hot 357 in a 38, or, you know, lightweight 38, or one that's just made a long time ago. All right, so now these are 38 Specials. These will be really pleasant to shoot, of course, but they'll still break a pot, I guarantee you. Okay. Go double action. Oh, let's see a pop right here, or a 2 liter. No matter how light they are, they'll go through that. And there's another 2 liter. Smart aleck, wasn't he? Okay. Takes a little more focus to shoot one-handed, getting around like this. I'm gonna shoot some more 38 Special. Let's lob a couple over there at the gong so you can hear the difference. You know, these are, I think they're 158 grain. I'll check, but they're less velocity. A little bit longer to get there. Oh man, feels good. Alright, pop a little cinder block. Oh, I see a pot here close. Look at that guy sitting on top of that post. Surprised he didn't fall off. Fall off now. Now, Mr. 2 liter, you smart aleck. Now, how dare let myself miss you. A cowboy needs a bullet. Okay. 6 shots. If you're trying to load it pretty quickly and you don't care about your brass, and I don't reload 38 Special, so I don't worry about them as much. You turn it over and pop them out. And if I had a speed loader, you know, put it back in, ready to go. You see me do that. I'm not the fastest at that or anything, but it is faster than a lot of people think it would be. Let's put some warmish 357s in. That's a neat thing about any kind of firearm, but especially revolver, because you don't have a slide and spring system that might be a little sensitive if you use ammo that's not as warm, as hot, you know, or ammo that's really hot. Well, these are 158 grain, they look like. Rounds, I believe they are. Yeah, 158 grain, that's kind of standard for 357 or even 38, the old school rounds. And let's just put some of these in here. These will be a little stiff, pretty warm, no doubt about it. And so lots of versatility, good old revolver. It wouldn't matter if the velocity on these, as long as it gets out the barrel, it really wouldn't matter if you were firing 38 in here that was 200 feet per second, as long as it gets out the barrel. It's the main thing, because there's nothing about the mechanism that matters in terms of the power of the round, essentially. Now, if you get something too light, I'll give you a little tip here on this. I'll point at myself at the back plate here. You do want enough power so that when this goes off, it flattens the primer, you know, against the recoil shield there. Otherwise, what can happen, and this happens with blanks sometimes. People that hand load like I do, I experimented with blanks over the years a few times, different sorts of things and for different reasons. I can make my own blanks. Well, yeah, you can do that. You can put powder in there and stuff some wadding in to the end of the case and make a safe blank, okay? Done that before, and I'm sure others have too. And it'll chamber just fine. You put it in the gun, you shoot it, and of course there's no projectile, no bullet, so there's no recoil, so there's no force rearward flattening out that primer, because that primer wants to kind of come out, you know. And so what happens is you end up with a round with a primer maybe hanging about halfway out, and it hangs up the cylinder and it won't spin. So, you know, something you think, well, how could this not work? You end up with problems. So anyway, just came to my mind there. A little added information, and I won't charge you extra for it, I promise. Now these are a little warmer. And let's just blast that 2 liter with one of them. See, you can miss no matter where you are. You get overconfident. Let's try the tree, see if it knocks his lens around. Yeah, hits him with authority. It's like hitting with a 45 ACP, isn't it? Knocks the heck out of him. It's hard. Click. Okay, so you got it, and that didn't hurt, but it does have more recoil. Okay, pretty warm, and you can load and shoot warmer rounds than that if you wanted to. Now, if you're going to shoot a lot of really hot rounds, I've probably covered some of this, but why not? We're here. You might want a 686 or even an in-frame 357. You're going to shoot some really hot rounds in it, and constantly a steady diet of them. But you can shoot about anything in a K-frame, which is what this is. You know, occasionally, it doesn't really matter. So let's load a few more of these moderate magnums, as I call them. These are lead bullets, of course. Now, one thing you'll hear too, I don't know if I've covered this too much, but you know, since the 38 Special is a little shorter, people will tell you, oh, you don't want to shoot 38 Specials on one of these because you know, the bullet and the blast and everything is hitting in the chamber and forming a ring around the chamber that might prevent the 357 from being chambered, you know, because it's going to form a ring, you know, there where the case is, you know, maybe about right there because it's shorter, see. So you want a nice, clean, smooth chamber when you put it in there. If you know what I'm talking about, you know, the case is shorter on a 38 Special, see. So when the 38 Special goes off, the one on the left, you know, an incredible amount of blast and residue and everything is right there at the mouth of the case, a ring around the chamber. And of course, it's going to be about right there. So when you're pushing this in, it might kind of hit us. So it is advised, if I were out here shooting and I was going to shoot both, maybe quite a bit of both, I would shoot the 357 first. If you shot about 50 or 100 of 38 Specials, and then now let's shoot some 357s for a while, you might end up with a little bit of that, and it might be aggravating, and you may need to go clean the chambers out before you went ahead with it. But it's not going to do a lot of any damage unless you do a few thousand or 100,000 rounds. Okay, so there I go again, giving you added information. Okay, I'll send you a bill for that. Okay. All right, we've got some of my favorite rounds, and these are actually turkey rounds. I don't know if you noticed that it said turkey on the bullets. So, why not? I'll get the sight lined up. See, it's a turkey round. I'm going over, I'm getting that sight up too high there, trying not to. There we go. I try to get two with one bullet when I miss. Nice. Flex on that. Okay. Now, you know, this gun has a beautiful trigger, like a lot of the old Smiths, and even the new Smiths generally have a great trigger. They just really do. I'm going to shoot some hot ones here again. I like these. These are fun. Model 13-2. And again, your dash indicates, the dash number indicates what changes were made to the firearm. You can Google that and get a list of all the various changes that were made, -2, -3, -4, and right on up. It's interesting reading, okay? Oh, you know what? I see a pot there that has not been hit. It has a 12 ouncer in it, it appears. Yes, it appeared all right. There's another 12 ouncer. Where that went? There we go. Look at that red flopper. Hits it with authority, really does. I'd have gone with one of those. Pretty quick. Mr. Cowboy needs one of those too. It's hard. like it. Now, this has a pretty good double action. I'm just not firing a double action. Defensively, that's what you would do, generally speaking. And if you don't understand why, search around and you will learn. Some people don't agree with it. That's okay. But it is wise to use a double action revolver and double action if it's used defensively, just like this. Okay, it will do just fine, and you got a longer pull, and it works just fine. It really does. So the 357 Magnum is a wonderful cartridge. If you're thinking about a revolver, you might find one of these in a gun shop somewhere or at a gun show, and any number of other models. I know down at Jolton, in fact, in the gun shop, they've got a bunch of 686s in. I saw the other day, used. I think they were from Armed Guard, an Armed Guard company or whatever. And you'll run into that in a gun shop every now and then. You'll go in there, be maybe several of these that somebody traded in. They'd had them. They were a police trade-in or something. And generally speaking, even if they have a rough finish on them, sometimes they're mechanically really, really sound, because police guns, armed guard guns, quite often haven't been really shot all that much. They've just been carried a lot, and maybe not even cared for all that well. Finishes off here and there. But if you check it out, you might find that it's almost like a new gun, except for the finish. And it's a Smith & Wesson. That's the thing. I would rather, I don't own any stock in Smith & Wesson, I guess, but I would rather have a used, older Smith & Wesson like this that's even had the finish off than some other low-end revolvers. I really would, because I know they have great triggers, they have a great action. And of course, you can test it first, but they're just good guns. This old Model 13 is a jewel. And you know, in the this is the bull barrel configuration. In the 3-inch, I think it's a 3-inch bull barrel configuration, I guess with a round butt, that was the FBI carry gun for several years. So it just works. And I think, yeah, even with these sights, you know, with fixed sights, and you notice this has no adjustable rear sight. Doesn't bother me a bit, other than the fact that it's hard to kind of spot that in this light. If I were going to shoot this or carry it a lot, I would redden in or do something to the front sight. If you notice, when I was trying to shoot at the red plate, and you'll see me doing that occasionally, I couldn't see the differentiate the sight very well. I was moving it up on the bank up there in the green grass and getting it lined up properly, and then bringing it all down like that. That helped me. But anyway, Smith & Wesson Model 13-2. It's a wonderful gun, good old 6-shot revolver. I miss having them out lately, so I thought I'd bring one out, and I would invite you to the range so you could kind of be here with us. And I'm glad you were here. I didn't hear you, making any noise or disturbance while I was trying to shoot and focus, so I appreciate that. Y'all come back and see us. Life is good.